Talking about speaking truth to power. Power to mean those individuals and or groups that are of the government type, and also of those groups that are corporate entities that are very large and sort of mountains unto themselves, who are prolific. They own a lot. They have a lot of clout, a lot of power. Speaking truth to power. When you are a little man, woman, or a small person of influence in this vast ocean of people on this planet, it can be frustrating. In fact, it is frustrating for most of us who really care about the planet and the world that we live in, to have to deal with people who are so narcissistic, uh, egotistical, power hungry, and who have these narratives and these agendas that are not uh, kind to the general population. In a place, specifically the United States, that's supposed to be one where you have the freedom of speech, especially when you, the individual, have no intent of ill will, no intent of doing harm to anyone, but you're speaking the truth as you see it, objectively, as it really is. It is very unfortunate. How is it that when we say in this country the people have the right to the freedom of speech, what in the world does freedom of speech mean? It means that you are free to speak without any, uh, well, I won't say filters, because there should be some form of filter when you're speaking in the public, the general public. There should be some parameters. In other words, you should only be able to go so far and speak within reason, and be careful how you say what you say. As my mother used to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. So if I'm not uh, using very colorful language, it should be okay. If I'm not putting down someone's religion or religious belief, or talking about someone's uh, ethnicity, in other words, being racist or biased, prejudiced on any level, then I should be okay. You should be okay as it relates to freedom of speech. As long as you don't have any malice in your discourse or your conveying of your information that you're trying to impart. That's the way it really should be. Now, let's bring it on home here. What I'm really saying is this: when you speak on a platform, a social media platform, you've been allowed to use a platform, be it a video platform like YouTube, um, Rumble.com, and the various other platforms that's out there, even on Twitter and Facebook. Why would your videos be taken down and removed when, as I forestated, your intentions are not uh, ill-willed, and you're not malicious in your delivery, as it were? But that doesn't seem to be the case with the social media platforms that I've experienced. Here recently, probably within the past 30 days, I've not only had one video removed, not two, but 3 videos removed from my social media platform that I use on a regular basis, and it's this specific one that I'm talking about now. And that statement was made to me as the reason was that I didn't follow community guidelines. So they say, we're not going to give you a strike, and we're not going to penalize you, basically. We're not going to give you a warning because you more than likely did not know that what you said violated our guidelines. So we're just simply removing your video from our platform. So I'm going to tell you what the videos were, which you probably are not going to be able to see again on this particular platform. One of them was about Donald Trump. They removed it. Another video was what is really in vaccines. Now, mind you, I actually gave legitimate, honest, truthful information as it relates to what was in vaccines. I specifically said what was in there, and that's not to mention everything that was in the vaccines, but I mentioned what was in the vaccines, and it is indeed in there. But my video was still removed. Why? What's the real reason? Not following the rules that are not transparent, the rules that are hidden, the rules of the hidden agenda. You broke those rules. You can't talk about certain sensitive subjects, even if the information that you're sharing is true, even if it's in public domain and people can find it. They can look it up, they can Google it, they can go on Yahoo or wherever, and they can find it. So why am I being penalized? I feel like a lone soldier. My feelings are not hurt, but it's interesting, that feeling that you get when you know that you're giving something, you're imparting truth to the masses, or at least attempting to do so, and then you're shut down. The information that you put down, or that you are uploading, if you will, is being taken down because you don't follow the narrative or the rules, as it were. I just want to say this. Trying to collect myself as I'm going through this little spill, because it doesn't make me want to continue to question in America if we have freedom of speech. It's obvious that we don't have freedom of speech when we're utilizing someone else's platform or their medium, if you will. But we do have freedom of speech given to us by our Creator. That's a fact. We are sovereign. We're born that way. And I'm not talking about the sovereign citizen movement. That's something else. That's ridiculous. Because no man should try to impart his or her views and opinions on someone else. You can't force it on them. That's what you believe. So if that's what you believe, then that's what you believe you should keep to yourself and to those that believe as you believe. But you don't come out into the world, and because someone else doesn't agree with what your viewpoint is, you become violent and some sort of anarchist, if you will, or you attack people and you injure people and you create some some tyrannical uh, behaviors behind that. That's not good. That's not good at all. And please, if you're that type or know the type, don't say that you represent the creator. Don't say you represent God, because you don't. God doesn't do things like that. Not the creator. That's not the way he operates. So, from what I can recall, the scripture says follow peace with all men. And then it goes on to say something about and holiness. Because nobody's going to see God if you don't follow peace with all men. You can't walk around here trying to make someone believe what you believe just because they are different or they believe different. So getting back to the original premise of this video, trying to cut it short, is this. I want you to know that you're born sovereign. Every human being is born sovereign, to mean that you have the ability to make your own decisions, to speak for yourself, to be a man or a woman and not a minor, and to not have some third party representing you, speaking for you, and trying to put words in your mouth and thoughts in your head that they believe or espouse that are not your own personal beliefs. That's it. Stand firmly on your square. Stand firmly on both feet and accept what you believe. If that's what you believe, if that's your measure of faith, that's your measure of faith. Don't let anyone sway you. Brother Teacher's not going to do it. I'm sorry. I think I'm a very dangerous person, politically, maybe. And I speak to power, and I do that, and I've been attacked. Sometimes directly, other times indirectly, for my exposing the truth in my subtle way of doing it. Now, believe me, I'm a firecracker, and I think if you really know me, you know I am. I can be very, very outspoken, but I have to walk very, very carefully when I'm on someone else's platform that's not mine, that I don't have complete control over, because I want to get the truth out, and I need to be very careful getting the truth out to those that will accept it and or receive it. So I just said all that to say this. I'm a very, very famous, powerful man who is being smothered in his attempts, my attempts specifically, to impart information that will benefit you in your life. Now, I don't have a whole lot of bells and whistles. I don't have a fancy temple, not a fancy office. I'm not coming at you like that. It's not necessary. All you need to do is listen to the word coming from the messenger, and it's just really that simple. You see, we look for the wrong things. We look for the numbers. We look for the glitter, the glamour, the masses, the millions of followers. You're not going to get that. Not when you are imparting truth. Should I say it again? You're not going to get millions and millions of followers when you're telling the truth. But when you see all of these videos about women half naked, shaking their rumps, their butts on video, and the gaming videos and so forth, there are millions and millions of those subscribers. But you know what? Therein lies the rub. That's the deception right there. You see, they distract you from the truth. But you better see the writing on the wall. All of that crap is going to be short-lived, and it's coming down. And those who really speak truth to power eventually are going to be those that's going to be the head and not the tail. This is Brother Teacher. Much love. I hope you got this. I really do. For those that know, then you know. You really know. Take care. Yahweh loves you. And Brother Teacher loves you. So long.